Hello and welcome to Parents Guide to Games. Today we're going to take a look at the PlayStation Showcase and also the Pokemon Direct that happened last week and just going over a few notes on them and my thoughts. So first off, we're going to start off with the PlayStation Showcase that they did. And they did show about 9 games. Unfortunately, nothing really new or surprising that we hadn't seen before. Showing some more maybe gameplay of games that are coming out. But nothing really spectacular or amazing. Like Knockout City, I think the first time they showed it for PlayStation, but unfortunately Nintendo Direct did that the week before. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach did show gameplay. Crash Bandicoot 4, which is really weird, is they pretty much just showed the trailer they did a while ago, just saying that's going over PlayStation 5 and showing the comparisons, but really wasn't a lot of comparisons. They also showed Final Fantasy 7 Remake, showing that getting done and adding some new stuff. New story mode. So that was kind of the nice thing. Really, honestly, PlayStation's was a little disappointing because I thought there'd be more things brand new, hadn't seen before out of State of Play. Really just showed things that we knew coming out and some demos and all that. Like I said, the Five Nights at Freddy's is kind of exciting because it kind of showed how the game works because it is changing it from pretty much being static to moving around an open world. And then Oddworld, people are pretty excited about that. Really, like I said, it was really kind of disappointing. Showed off Deathloop, a little bit of gameplay of that because it really just showed a trailer. Like I said, mostly it was just gameplay and showing things that they'd already done. Deathloop got some more gameplay shown. Like I said, the Final Fantasy remake integrates, so a new chapter. If you play it on PlayStation 5, it's free moving over, and that's what they kind of just showed everybody is if you bought the PlayStation 4 version. I believe for most of these, you will get the free version on Xbox. PlayStation 5, moving over, just straight up, going over, and actually save a lot of stuff. Knockout City, I guess one interesting thing they showed about that is it is going to be free. I wasn't expecting that. And they showed off a really Returnal, which I think was one of the 3 big ones that they showed off that was really cool. Returnal, like I said, the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, and that Final Fantasy remake showing it, and also the new chapter they're going to do. Really kind of great to show that. Kind of moving forward. Like I said, from what I believe, from what I see, from what I read, PlayStation's was disappointing. I do think they showed a lot. Again, they showed a lot from last time I said something. PlayStation is going a very interesting way, and I believe it's going more teen, older gamers. Didn't show anything really with Crash Bandicoot 4 would be about the only thing, and I guess Knockout City because it's kind of cartoony. But everything else was really more teen to younger adults to older gamers. Really nothing brand new in that, which I thought was really interesting. Where Nintendo, when they showed theirs, was really like younger generation. Plus, they also brought other ones like more advanced RPGs and all. So they kind of showed the more well-rounded presentation. So I think PlayStation is just going to very. The second time I said this is PlayStation is going very teen route. Like I said, older route. It's just an interesting point of view, and we'll see what it pays off in the end because I thought maybe they'd show off something spectacular and amazing that we haven't seen, but they didn't, and that was kind of, I think, the disappointment in people, showing off maybe a little more of God of War Ragnarok. Like I said, games that we didn't know about. Like I said, there's only maybe one game. I think Kindred Bridge of Spirits was the only thing that we didn't know about that they showed off. So that was just kind of the disappointing. And it was just, honestly, really developers talking. You can take a look at the video below. 40 minutes. Gameplay's kind of cool, but they talk to the developers and talk about the games. It's like, great, cool, like, awesome, but, like, kind of just want to see the game. So just an interesting route from Sony, going a different route than most of the other ones that I have seen. Next up, we're going to take a look at the Pokemon Direct that happened on Friday. So let's now talk about the Pokemon Direct that happened on Friday. Pretty crazy that just 2 things happened back to back like that. They're pretty big. Pokemon Direct, coming up. It is the 25th anniversary started. That was Saturday with Pokemon. So one thing is I thought they would have showed off a little more of what the year will be, kind of showing the 25th, what they're going to do. but it didn't. And I guess that was my biggest concern, biggest disappointment with that. But taking a look, they showed off they did a nice little montage of Pokemon through the years, which really honestly brought me back of like, man, I remember playing that on the Game Boy, playing Red, and picking that up and playing that forever, collecting the old, the original card game, not the, I guess it's the same card game, but the original cards, and now I'm starting to get back into Pokemon, playing it with my children, and playing the card game as well. So that just kind of was really interesting. It's been 25 years, and just, Pokemon's not been hasn't been the huge over the whole time thing, but I've still loved and enjoyed Pokemon. I just don't. I didn't play it a lot, I think, but I paid attention to it. So it's just kind of funny of watching these things. A few games they showed off. They showed off more of the Pokemon Snap, kind of how it works, kind of little differences from the first Pokemon Snap to the second Pokemon Snap. Just some new things going on, which is really cool. It's a really interesting game because it's a non-battle game. You're honestly taking pictures of Pokemon in their natural habitat, and it's really cool, really interesting. I love the original Pokemon Snap. I think I still have it here. Haven't played in a while, but I do love that game. It was really fun to play. Definitely crazy, different concept of a game, but lots of fun to do and to challenge yourself to take the perfect picture and try to get like secret Pokemon that were in there. So that was cool to show that off. That's coming out soon. The next set of games that they showed off are Pokemon remakes, and it's Pokemon, and of course the worst kept secret in Pokemon history probably is that it's Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes titled Brilliant Diamond and Shiny Pearl. So it's just remakes, going a different art style than normal chibi style. So a little like smaller, big heads, cute, anime-ish, more anime style, I would say. So that's very interesting that they're going that route. But this honestly was, like I said, was kept secret in the world because everyone heard it beforehand. So that is the crazy thing. So it's just honestly remakes. Don't think there's gonna be anything new coming out of them. Just maybe slight changes and all that. But really trying to stay with the style from the remakes. Everyone really wanted remakes. It is. If you look at the calculations of the time frame, because Pokemon does go in a time frame of how they do things, it was time for remakes for that. It's not coming out of surprise nowhere. That's why it's kind of the worst kept secret ever, because Pokemon unfortunately has a timeline that they use to do stuff like this. Will be really cool, really fun. People are really excited. Will be awesome. And the last game that they showed off a little bit is a brand new title, a brand new style of game, and that is Pokemon Legends Arceus. Sorry, I always get these wrong. Arceus. And it will be coming out early 2022, so a year from now, probably, what we're looking at. But it's going to be an open world Pokemon game, kind of like Sword was open-ish world. It still had paths, but this is going to be open world. It's going to be, supposedly from what I've seen and from this weekend of people analyzing it, it seems like it's going to be 150 years in the past. And what you're going to do is you're going to hunt for Pokemon kind of the old way. This is before gyms and battles, and you're going to be looking to fill the Pokedex, which isn't electronic because there weren't electronics, but filling like a book and filling out the whole book of all the Pokemon. Really interesting concept, really cool, and even going to like old school Pokemon and balls made out of wood and latches. Like they really showed in depth into it. Going to be really cool, really interesting. Even changing up like somewhat of the battle style. Not a turn-based combat like it is now, but turn-based open world, kind of like the new like Final Fantasies do. But really, really awesome thing coming from them. Really excited. This looks like a really awesome game. Like I said, a year from now, really cool. Just needs to be out there that this is something to get excited for, something new. Just like when I know everyone's upset at like the Let's Go franchise, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, but it was a different take on the Pokemon, and I think it got a lot of younger people and people like myself that it's been a long time to play it. Because hey, I remember that, and I plug it in and play it. I like I said, I grew up on Red, and I only ever bought Red. I never bought another Pokemon game after that. actually started to slowly play some of the older ones, but slowly here. But I originally started on red and never bought any more. I still say the 150 are the best, and some of my favorite Pokemon are still the 150. There are some other Pokemon, the ones that I do enjoy and love, but I love the 151 first. So this will be interesting to see. And what's interesting about this is, with the Pokemon, this new Pokemon set, the Pokemon Legends game, they're going to not have things like the first three starters aren't the starters in the Sinnoh region. In like for the remix, because I'm supposed to be in the same area, but it'll be 150 years apart, where the Pokemon you're going to start with are different, and who knows if there's going to be other Pokemon in the area, and they kind of split off. If there's going to be some new Pokemon that you've never seen before, or like go extinct. So that'll be interesting, and just the analytics of it, and the 150, how many Pokemon are going to be, going back to original forms of Pokemon and Pokemon that you won't see, like a Porygon. Porygon can't exist because they're on computers, So how does Porygon exist in the world? So that's just really cool, interesting thing to look at. I think this is a very exciting time for Pokemon. Like I said, the only problem I have with the Pokemon Direct is I thought they were going to do a little more of showing what the year was going to be for the 25th. Just thought they were going to talk about maybe the card game, maybe talk about more games coming out, new things coming out, events. That's just the only thing that I thought they didn't hint at or talk about, and that's my disappointment coming out of it. I'm like, cool, new games we knew about, like the Arceus game, that's brand new, that's really cool, but we knew about Pokemon Snap. They always suspected it was Diamond and Pearl remakes, so just kind of the disappointment that they didn't. Hopefully later on they'll talk about it. And even I thought, like, Pokemon Day is one day away, because that was the next day was Pokemon Day, the day that Pokemon Red and Green got released in Japan 25 years ago. And I was like, maybe. And there's been a little bit, like, there was a Post Malone concert online, but that's honestly about it. And throughout the year we'll see more, and hopefully there's a lot more to it, and we have fun and see it. So guys, that is my thoughts on the PlayStation Showcase and the Pokemon Direct that happened over last week. I just didn't get time to talk about it. It gotta happen, so I'm doing it today. Other than that, guys, I will see you later. Bye. Thank you to bensound.com for the music track. Please follow Parents Guide to Games on YouTube at Parents Guide to Games, on Facebook at Parents Guide to Games, on Twitter at ParentsG2G, and email any questions or concerns at parentsg2g@gmail.com. And always, please subscribe, and thanks for watching.